that the bridge is under procurement and therefore the commencement date is yet to be established. UNRWA informed the committee that Islamic Development Bank, who are financing the road projects, have committed to funding the bridge works at Masindi Port. Right Honorable Speaker, the committee noted that the construction of this bridge is a long-time presidential pledge, and therefore delays in commencements of works on the Masindi Port Bridge are expected to affect the optimization and the under construction of Ruekunye, Masindi Port, Apache, Lira, Poranga Road. Right Honorable Speaker, this is because upon completion of the road, there will be diverted traffic on the road, leading to an increase in the number of vehicles using the newly constructed road. Consequently, the delays will be longer, since more vehicles will be using the new road, and yet only a single ferry remain being used at the crossing point. Right Honorable Speaker, further, the committee observed that the temporary closure of Karuma Bridge has increased traffic at Masindi Port Bridge. The committee was informed that the Masindi Port ferry broke down due to a lot of work. The committee therefore recommends that UNRWA provides a bigger ferry to manage the situation. Government should expedite the sourcing of funding and identification of a contractor to undertake construction of the Masindi Port Bridge. Right Honorable Speaker, the national roads, Karuma Olweo Pakwach Road, the committee was informed that rehabilitation of the Karuma Pakwach Road is currently ongoing under two separate lots, namely Lot 1, Karuma Olweo, which is 43.5 kilometers. Then Lot 2 is Olweo Pakwach, which is 62.5 kilometers. The works on the two lots are being undertaken in separate contracts, but the same contractor. The previous works on the road were completed in 2007 with a design lifespan of 15 years. The scope of the works for Lot 1 constitutes rehabilitation works mainly comprised of provision of an asphalt concrete overlay on the entire section to replace the existing double bituminous surface treatment. These works are to ensure that the service life of the existing road is extended by at least 7 years. For Lot 2, the road is to be reconstructed and the whole road to be widened with benched earthworks and gravel fields. The final road conforms to the design Class 2, paved standard with asphalt and concrete service. I invite the honorable colleagues to refer to Table 3 and 4. Works construct details for the rehabilitation of the Olweo Pakwach Road is therein. Right Honorable Speaker, the committee also examined issues of the delayed payments to contractors. The committee noted with concern that the contractors were demanding money for unpaid work since interim payment certificate remained outstanding. The total value of the unpaid IPCs was 15 billion shillings. That is to say 2 billion on Lot 1 and 13 billion on Lot 2. The works contract contained provisions permitting the contractor to claim for interest payments on any outstanding IPCs, as well as an option to stop execution of works until payment are effected. The committee recommendations, therefore, Right Honorable Speaker, government provides adequate funding to enable UNRWA immediately pay the outstanding payment of Uganda shillings 15 billion to the contractors in order to curtail further accumulation of the interest and enable works proceed as per approved work plan. The committee also recommended, Right Honorable Speaker, that UNRWA should ensure contractors are paid for any completed works in the future as per agreed time frame in the works contract. Delays in completion of the work. Right Honorable Speaker, the committee noted with concern that the works on the road project are behind schedule and are likely to be completed on time. Karuma Olweo section works are supposed to be completed on the 30th of November 2024. Yet physical progress was at only 16.7%. and those for Oluwayo Pakwach section are to be completed by the 25th May 2025, but physical progress is only at 28.8% as at July 2024. Right Honorable Speaker, UNRWA attributed the delays to the late commencement by the contractor on Lot 1, the riots in Kenya that affected the supply chains of imported construction materials such as bitumen. Despite concerns by the committee, UNRWA reported that the contractors had deployed adequate resources on Lot 1, Karuma, to ensure completion of the project within the remaining time frame, including machinery to apply 500 meters full width asphalt concrete surfacing. The committee recommends that in order to ensure timely completion of the project, UNRWA should effectively monitor and enforce the contract to ensure compliance with the contract terms and project timeliness. Right Honorable Speaker, the structural damage and blocked access to property. The committee met individuals whose property were damaged due to the ongoing works and were demanding for compensation. These individuals were located in Agung along Oluwayo Pakwach section. UNRWA reported that it was aware and committed to compensating the affected individuals since the project insurers are liable for meeting such eventualities, which is usually done once after establishment of all affected persons is completed. In addition, Right Honorable Speaker, the committee noted that some project affected persons had access to their property cut off due to embankments built higher than the existing roads. The road elevation in Porong had been raised, leaving nearby shops in a lower lying area, making accessibility challenging for locals. These alterations lead to floodings and destroy business of the community. Right Honorable Speaker, the committee recommendations. UNRWA should immediately maintain open and transparent communication with the affected individuals, providing regular updates of the compensation process and timeliness. 2, UNRWA and contractors should expedite compiling a detailed list of project affected persons and consider to timely compensate them. UNRWA should implement measures to mitigate the negative impacts on business and surrounding communities, such as providing alternative access to routes or ramps, and implementing temporary drainage solutions to prevent water accumulating during construction. UNRWA and the contractors should reinstate the utility lines. Right Honorable Speaker, Renkunye Apache Lira Poranga Acholi Road. The project is for upgrading of Apache Lira Poranga Road Acholi Bu. Details are summarized in Table 5. I invite the honorable colleagues to get to to Table 5. Design review of the project. The committee noted with concern that the project had a design review which was undertaken by a new consultant. This resulted in significant changes in the scope and price of the project. UNRWA informed the committee that initially the road had been designed to go through the existing road with approval of the then leaders. However, during implementation, there was a new leadership in Kwania district and town councils who decided to maintain the old roads due to many buildings in the town. Consequently, UNRWA had to redesign the road to create a new section, which was less expensive to compensate compared to the buildings on the old road. In addition, Right Honorable Speaker, the committee was informed that design of civil works depends on samples. However, during implementation, after opening the ground, there are variations in length and width, which result in either savings or additional costs. The committee recommends as follows, Right Honorable Speaker. UNRWA should use the design consultant to supervise the contractors so that any design reviews do not result into additional expenditure by government. UNRWA should make its design review process more clear and transparent to ensure that any changes to the project scope and price are thoroughly justified and documented. Delays in granting full access to site. the committee was informed by the contractors that one of the challenges they were facing during project implementation was the delay in granting full access to site or right of way. The committee was informed by the contractor that 19 kilometers had not been acquired on lot 1 and 20 kilometers on lot 2. UNRWA reported that land acquisition on this project commenced in 2017 with preliminary processes including the stakeholder engagement at all levels, survey and valuation data capture, and the first valuation report was approved on the 3rd September 2018. The second and third reports were approved in August 2021. And then the fourth in September 2023, and the fifth report on Lirang-Ngeta section in July 2024. All are currently under implementation with 2 supplementary reports arising from the original reports. Right Honorable Speaker, the project was divided into the following smaller sections. A patch, Lira handed over to the contractor 93%. I think this one members can go through. Right Honorable Speaker, Tororo Mbale Soroti Lira